and welcome to another Monday morning live affirmations. My name is JB Rose, and listen, today we are looking at how to be joyful in the midst of all kinds of adversity. That's what we're going to do today. But before we carry on, I just want to say, listen, guys, thank you so much for liking, subscribing, especially after this podcast. Remember, algorithms love it when you speak to me and we speak to each other. So don't forget not only to respond to today's affirmation session, but also to do it in the speech afterwards, after in the chat. So listen, guys, why are we here? Listen, this is our morning upliftment, and we come every Monday because we want to hug ourselves. We want to give ourselves some time. Yeah. Listen, the answer to our challenges are very simple, but they are not easy to apply. Why are we here? Well, let me just remind you why we are here. We are here to transform, to forgive the past, to thrive, to release the pain, to release suffering, to release anything that is holding us back. We are changing from the inside out. This is our morning upliftment. We are worthy, we are abundant, and we are peace. Now, I don't know why I still read it. I have this written down. I should know it off by heart. In fact, I think I do. But I do like us to remember, why do we come every week? This is practice, because we are practiced in everything else, because society is always bombarding us with products to buy, things to think about, who to worry about, who's in court with whatever, and all kinds of small things that does not apply to you, that is not even true about you. And it sets you up in a series of grief, worry, fear, doubt. It sets the tone. But what we are doing, we are setting the tone for ourselves, for this week, forever. We set the tone, we set the pace for our lives, and that's what we do. And that's the reason why I should know that off by heart now, but I keep reading it. Anyway, listen, guys, thank you so much for coming in. What do we do in the mornings? We do breathing, we do stretching, we get ready for the positive words for the next week, and then we do affirmations. Yeah, we are confirming, we are affirming that we are everything we need to be. We have it all inside us. We just have to activate it, we have to release it. So thank you so much for coming in, and let me know if you are in Facebook and on YouTube, if you can hear me nice and loud and clear. I'm not sure if my levels are loud enough, so let me know that you can hear me. Say, JB, I can hear you. I can hear you. I can hear you. Please let me know that you can hear me. All good, loud and clear. Lovely. Thank you so much, Joe. I can always rely on the wonderful, beautiful Joe out there in lovely Luton to let me know that she can hear us, as well as the usual SVM clan, which is Eden Rose, which is Stella, which is Deborah Rose. We've got so many new people, so many people in the house. Grand rising to you all. And if you're on Instagram, thank you for coming along. Grand rising, grand rising. So listen, let's get on with it. Enough of this chat. So let's just warm up our bodies. Let's roll our shoulders back. Let's roll them forward. Let's shake our arms. Let's just really wake up that body. If we want change, we must have action. We can't just talk about it, sit around talking about what we want to do. We got to act on it. So let's do it. Let's shake. Let's make sure all our body is woken up. Let's take some nice deep breaths in. And let's breathe out. Really, and breath is really important, guys. So take another deep breath in. And then breathe out on a shh. Let's do that again. Breathe in. Fill up that tummy and then breathe out on a shh. Let's energize all the cells in our body. Breathe in. And then let's breathe out. Shh. And let's do our usual breathing exercise where you take a deep breath in for the count of 3. You hold for the count of 7 and breathe out on the count of 8. Here we go. Take a deep breath into 3 and hold 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Breathe out 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Breathe into 3 and hold 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, seven. Breathe out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. One more. Let's breathe. In 2, 3, and hold. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Breathe out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Lovely. Okay, we're going to go for it right now. So, today's session is all about breaking free and reclaiming our joy amid life's trials. And I was inspired by this because I had a lovely conversation yesterday um, with my dad's friend, my dad's old friend. My dad's passed now. He's got a friend and he's 91, and they're both the same age, my dad and my dad's old friend. And he rang me up. And it deeply moved me because it speaks volumes about resilience and mindset, which is what we talk about all the time. So he rang me up and he said, "Oh, I'm all right." And he said he was diagnosed with cancer. In fact, this is his third diagnosis. He had prostate cancer, then he had colon cancer, and now he has another kind of cancer, which is to do with the bones. Now, these happened over a long period of time, and the other two cancers he beat. Yeah. And he told me about his, well, as he told me about his diagnosis, he said something that struck me that hasn't, that he said, "I'm not letting any of it bring me down." He said, "I never let any of it what I bring me down." He said, "What I discover when I see with other people," he said, "is that when them get these diagnoses, them let it bring them down. And when it bring them down, they finish. So every time I hear these things, I just no bother." And I just thought his whole attitude, the way he was so calm, he was still laughing with me. We were laughing about my dad because my dad passed a few years back and they were good friends. And I just thought, wow, wow, wow. He ain't letting it down. He acknowledged his illness but insisted he would not allow it to consume him. Yeah. And I thought about that. He's just not letting it consume him. He said, "I still move well. I have my mind." Um, and and his faith was strong. And he said, "I believe that if you keep your spirits high, it will defy everything." And I just thought, yeah. And my idea around how to translate that, he believes that by keeping his spirits up, he's defying others' limitations, his limitations. So although he's been given the cancer diagnosis again for the third time after all these years, at 91, he's still moving, he walks everywhere, he's still doing that, even at this with this third diagnosis. He's getting on with the treatment, and he told me about what they have to get him to do, and he's getting along with it. He said that apparently this diagnosis is manageable, but it's just down to mindset. Even the doctors told him it's down to mindset. It's not curable, they said. So it just made me realize how often society normalizes fear, worry, grief as the expected reaction to life's hardships. Because as we know, life is going to be hard. There will be hardships. It's your outlook. It's his outlook that reminds us that the primary cause of unhappiness is never the situation, but your thoughts about it. And he's right. If we didn't just accept the default reaction of fear and despair and practice, that we've been practicing, but we choose peace and joy instead, in the face of it, just go, okay. And he chooses every time peace and joy, which reminds me of a friend of mine who has an aunt, I was her grandma, and she had a very similar thing. She had breast cancer in Jamaica, and they gave her this diagnosis, this lady, when she must have been about 40 or something. And she lived, and I think she's still living, up into her late 90s. And again, her attitude was, well, them send me have this thing. And she carried on, and she carries on just as if nothing has happened. She's joyful, she's climbing trees. At 90 odd, she's happy, she sings on a Sunday, she goes and visits friends, she helps others who are ill, etc. And in countries like Africa and Caribbean and Asia, and all kinds of other communities, their response to illness is completely different to us in the Western world. And so I wanted us to be aware of that and start thinking about that. What if we choose peace and joy instead of fear and panic and running around? So I was also thinking about, so each morning when we wake up, there's a brief moment when we wake up and we have no worries or burdens. You know, when you wake up, we don't remember anything. We're literally, the thoughts are coming in. Who am I? Where am I? What's going on? That moment when there's nothing encumbered. And I want us to just think about that time. And then when things start flooding back in, we start to remember yesterday's problems. Our mind resets to the worries, the bills, all the things that have been consuming us. And then we get out of that state where we're no longer worried, where we're just free, where we're just ourselves, where we're just at peace, where we're looking and going, wow. And you don't know who you are yet. You don't know what's happening. And that's a real good time, a good space to just remember that you are divine, that in the face of every challenge, you have a choice to think about how you deal with it. What if we chose to start fresh each day, letting go of limiting beliefs and embracing the freedom to experience life as new every day? Instead of letting life's hardships define us, we could redefine how we respond. As Tony Robbins says, change happens when the pain of staying the same is greater than the pain of change. The truth is, life will always throw challenges our way. But when we see these experiences as part of as the human journey, we can find peace within. Remember, this is why we're here, to practice, to grow, and ultimately to live fully. That's why we are here. And we often the world just gets in the way of making us, allowing us to enjoy our lives and be at peace and recognize the wonders that we have, that we've got food, that we woke up, that we've got kids, if we've got kids, that we've got a nice job, or that we've got nice clothes, or that we can eat food, or that we're alive, that we're not living in a place where we're being bombed on, like some places around the world right now. People are just living in constant fear. You're not having that. So there's so much things to be grateful for. So with that in mind, let us look at our affirmations for this week, for today. Now, take a screenshot, stick it up. Yeah, when you wake up in the morning, this is what you're saying. And if you're in the chat, please, guys, don't forget, please repeat it and share with us what really sticks with us. So if you're on Facebook and Instagram, here are today's affirmations. Instagram, I'm going to read it for you. I realize yesterday's worries I release yesterday's worries and I embrace today with an open heart. That is the first one. Let's take a deep breath in. And let's say that one again. I release yesterday's worries and embrace today with an open heart. Next one, take a deep breath in. I choose peace, joy, and resilience in every situation. Take a deep breath in. Let's do that again. I choose peace, joy, and resilience in every situation. Number 3, breathe in. My mind is clear, my spirit strong, and my heart filled with courage. Take a deep breath in. I love that one. Take a deep breath in. Let's say that one again. My mind is clear. My spirit is strong. And my heart is filled with courage. Next one. I trust in my ability to navigate life's challenges with grace. Let's take a deep breath in. Let's say that again. I trust in my ability to navigate life's challenges with grace. And finally, breathe in. I am free to choose how I respond to life's circumstances. Breathe in again. I am free to choose how I respond to life's circumstances. What this session today really hits my heart, because I had this conversation with my dad's friend, and he was so positive. And he's lived 91 years, and he's had a good 91 years. And I just smile for him that he's found that. And I hope that we can all practice that in order for us to continue to navigate this journey with joy and peace. Just to sum up, let's strive to live like my dad's friend, facing life's challenges with inner peace and resilience. Let's remember that we have the power to choose our response and make each day a fresh start. Thank you guys for joining me. And until next week, keep living with joy, joy, and joy. And don't forget to like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. Oh, forgot, I haven't shared what people think. I'm not going to go yet. Let's have a go. So Stella says, I release yesterday's worries and embrace today with an open heart. Yes, Stella. Joe, I release yesterday's worries and embrace today with an open heart. Amazing. My mind is clear. My spirit is strong, and my heart is filled with courage. I love that one. I love that one too. So guys, thank you so much. Thank you for responding. My SVM family, you guys are amazing. It's so lovely. You do inspire me to turn up every week. And I just love you all. Please let everybody know about our family. And I will see you next week. Like, subscribe, share. I'm still not up to 1,000 subscribers here on YouTube. If you're watching me on Facebook, on Instagram, run over to YouTube, press subscribe. Let everyone know about the SVM family. We're all about love, gratitude, help. We're all here for each other. The spirit runs through us all. We are one. And I will see you all next week.